started as one junk drawer has now become 3 junk drawers. And we're going to clean these out today. Welcome to my new cleaning motivation series. This series is super popular on TikTok, so I figured might as well start it here on YouTube. I know how hard it can be sometimes to get up the motivation to clean. So if any of you are struggling with that and you don't feel like doing it, you can just watch me clean. I'm just going to start by throwing all this crap out of it. Garage sale stickers, I'm going to keep those. If it hasn't been used in 6 months, it's getting thrown away. I'm just taking stuff out and trying to group it together. Trash. So I found that one of the reasons my house has a tendency to get cluttered is because I really don't have a good storage space for some of my stuff. And one of the first rooms that gets cluttered is my kitchen. So I figured if I can clean out what started as 1 junk drawer and has become 3, if I can clean those up a little bit, hopefully I can help keep my counters uncluttered. So like I said earlier, I'm just taking things out of the drawers and grouping them with like objects. So I'm trying to put all the tools together, all the batteries together. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking for anything that hasn't been used within the past 6 months. That is a personal rule for me. If it has not been used within 6 months, I really probably don't need it and I really should just toss it. Aside from like seasonal stuff, obviously. Now, if any of you have followed my channel, you will know why I have this rule. For those who aren't familiar with my page, my grandma was a hoarder and I have a big fear of that happening to me, so that's why. Okay. Empty. Since we're already here, I am going to go ahead and wipe down the inside of the drawer. I do have a bunch of Ziploc bags I think we're going to put to use for like all the random little screws and things. Now, since I had already started grouping some of the things together, especially the little things, that's why I figured Ziploc baggies would help me keep the things organized rather than them rolling around inside the drawers. I did not put things in Ziploc bags last time and it ended up a mess. And then all the tools are here. That'll work for right now. I'll wipe this off. And I have to put this back in because the kids are getting in the drawer that's underneath where the space is for this one. And these are not child-proofed. But I would like to get these wiped out. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, that's good enough. I had went back and forth on throwing these away because I'm like, I used to break my glasses all the time. And then I got better about it. Went back and forth on, you know, the prescription's not quite right. I'm going to throw them away. And I'm so glad I didn't. Because these are like glued on and then painted with marker. Keeping these on. And then they just got scratched to hell. My toddler got a hold of them. These are a slightly wrong prescription, but there's nothing wrong with them and they're not scratched up. And I don't have insurance. So we're gonna switch. We're switching back. But I'm gonna make piles. I'm winging it. You know, I am not a professional. Baby proofing stuff. Back counter. I've been so mad. I knew I had a bunch of these and I couldn't find them. Okay, so this, I have a pile on my other counter with baby proofing stuff. One of the reasons I love organizing is oftentimes you'll find so many things you didn't know you had. Like I found my extra pair of glasses I showed you. That has saved my butt. Tools. This is when I worked at a trailer factory, and my man painted this hammer for me. It had my name on it. It was my lucky hammer. I don't know why there's so many tools in here when I have a garage. So this is the second drawer that I'm working on right now. Since my kids were starting to get into stuff, I ended up just dumping it out on the counter and putting the drawer back in its spot. I'm going about this the same way I did the first one. I am just separating the things into different piles. I have a pile on each counter and a pile on my stove. At least for my brain, this helps it be a little more manageable and not quite so overwhelming. Oh, man. I had to spend a lot of money on this. Trying to get the O2 sensor off my car. That was a nightmare. Trash. Mainly because I have like severe anxiety about house fires. Now, if you're somebody who struggles with getting overwhelmed mentally when you have to do big tasks, the pile method I think is absolutely great. Not only does it help with making the mess seem a little less overwhelming, I think it also works great to see how much of each type of thing you have to help kind of decide if you actually need that much. I am a firm believer in the less junk you have, the easier it is to keep the junk organized. Okay, so now I've got, it looks better, but for me, in my mind, I need to pick up the trash. I like to do everything in steps by separating stuff out, and then as that starts to get done, taking care of the trash. This battery looks gross, so that's going in the trash. Don't use Aki batteries. I'm actually gonna ask my man if we would need this for anything before I toss it. Said no. All right. That's looking a lot better so far. Okay, so this is what we're working with. I've got a pile of cords, some of my baby proofing stuff. That's going to the basement. We got batteries, the other things, and tools. Not bad, but we do still have one drawer to go. Yeah, Mama, hold you. Okay. I'm gonna get another bag, and I think it'll be better if I keep all of the batteries in a bag. Hey, buddy. We have to make sure we use soft hands, okay? Yeah. Oh, sorry, sis. Soft hands. Okay, we don't want to give the baby a boo-boo. I know you try and play, but you're just a little bigger than her. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to deal with this in a minute. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. This definitely needed cleaned out. I'm gonna have to take those bags from you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Tobes. Your name's October. Yeah? Thank you. I appreciate all your help. There we go. I'm gonna put this with tools. Mouse trap. Anybody like, ooh, you have mice? Everybody has mice. Not a lot. We get like one a year, but it's country. There's mice. The reason I have so many is because I forget that I have them, and then I get more. We get like one mouse a year. What are you guys doing in there? Trash. Mouse traps. Okay, this is stuff. Protect your furniture from the floors. Tools. I don't know, but this looks like something that's gonna go in the basement. Baby proofing, electronics. Okay, here we go. So, same thing. It's separated before. And now that quite a bit of this is grouped together, I'm gonna start trying to see what I want to put back in here. I think that'll make that a little bit easier. Now, these I'm going to put in here because I could see myself using these. Okay, electrical tape. I use that quite often. And we'll put regular tape up here as well. I think that'll work good for the top drawer. Now for the second drawer. That and probably the baby proofing stuff. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, I got the batteries. The way I had to restrain myself from just throwing this in there rather than doing what this bag is for and putting it in the bag. The flashlights. That looks good there, I'd say. I actually cleared out quite a bit for this stuff. Which is probably also going to end up being a drawer with the random electronics. Yeah, I'd say so. This is what we're working with. Got the tools, some of them, and batteries. It's much nicer, and now this one's half emptied out.